안녕하세요, 여러분. Jessica입니다. Hello, everyone. I'm Jessica, and welcome to K-pop Lyrics Decoded, where we take the difficult grammar in K-pop songs and break it down into smaller, easier to understand little chunks. And today we're going to do Make a Wish by NCT. This song has a pretty short chorus, so this video should be pretty short. All right, let's go ahead and jump in. So our first line is 서툴러 hit that line. This is easy because we only have one word in this sentence. So the first word we have is 서툴러. And that is the present tense form of 서투르다, which means to hurry up. So if you want to make it informal and present tense and just say, hurry up. Hey, hurry up. You can say 서툴러, 서툴러. So this is pretty easy. 서툴러 hit that line. All right. And our next line we have is... Alright, this one's pretty short too. We only have two different Korean words here. The first one we have is 시간, which means time. 시간 means time. And the next word we have, they just say the same word twice. 아까워. And that comes from 아깝다, which means like a waste. A waste of time, a waste of money, etc. So 아까워 means what a waste. What a waste. So if you put it together, 시간 아까워, it means a waste of time. 시간 아까워. Oh, doing that? No, that's a waste of time. 시간 아까워. All right. And the next sentence we have is... All right. I like this song because the lines only have a few Korean words in them each, so it's pretty easy to study. So for this one, we have two different words. The first one we have is 필요. 필요, and that means need or necessity. So if you want to say you need it, you can say 필요해요. Put 해요 to do with it. 필요해요. I need it. 커피 필요해요. I need coffee. And then 없어 comes from 없다, which means to not have. I know I put to not be on there, but I think it's more like to not have. So if you want to say I don't have any money, you could say 돈 없어. I don't have any money. I don't have time. 시간 없어. I don't have it. 시간 없어. I don't have it. And then if you put 필요 없어 together, it means there's no need for it. I don't have a need. I don't need it. There's no need. 필요 없어. And 없어 is informal version. If you want to say it in formal tense, just add 요 to the end. 없어요. 필요 없어요. I don't need it. So in this way, they're saying 필요 없어, no more sign. So they're saying I don't need no more sign, which that sounds a little bit weird, but I don't need another sign. 필요 없어, no more sign. All right, the next line we have is... Okay, this is the longest one we've had so far with 3 words. So that first one there, 네가, this is kind of an irregular word. Because it comes from 너, which is the informal way to say you, plus 가, which is our subject marker. It lets us know who's doing the verb, right? So you might be wondering, why is it not 너가? Why is it not 너가? Well, I'm not sure the exact reason behind it. You know, I'm sure there's some rule, some obscure grammar rule that I don't know. But instead of saying 너가, in songs and in casual speech, a lot of people say 네가. And then you might be wondering, okay, so why is it spelled like that? Why doesn't it have the E sound in it? Why does it have 에? And I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not sure why. When I first started learning Korean, that really confused me too. I was like, that looks like 내가, 내가. But they say 네가. So it just means you, basically, in Korean. So this is just one that you want to memorize. 네가, you. Okay, and the next word that we have is 어디에. 어디에. And that comes from 어디, which means where. So if you want to say, where are you? 어디 있어? 어디 있어요? Where are you? And then 에 is our location particle that we put after where something is happening. So 어디에 is just saying where. But if you want to say, oh, I do that I'm at school. You could say 학교에. I'm at my house. 집에. So 어디에 is just saying where. Hey, where are you? Where did you go? And then the last word we have is 있던. 있던. This one's a little bit tricky. So this comes from 있다, which means to be. I typed to be, but I think it's more like to have. Just like 없다 is to not have, 있다 is to have. So 돈 있어요. I have money. And 돈 없어요. I don't have money. 있어요 or 있다 means I have it. And 없어요 or 없다 means I don't have it. So 있던 comes from 있다. You just take off that da to conjugate it. Cut off that da at the end and add 던. 던 is something that we add to a verb at the end to make it an adjective in the past tense. So we're describing something that used to be done. Like, oh, I used to wear that shirt. I wore that shirt in the past. Or I used to do that. I used to say that. You're taking a verb, turning it into a describing word, into an adjective, but it's past tense. Something that I did before. Some verb that had happened before. So, 있던. 네가 어디에 있던 is basically saying wherever you were, which is a little bit strange because the translation here says wherever you are. These English translations are not always 100% accurate, which is why I like making videos like this and breaking it down word for word so you guys can see exactly what they mean in Korean versus just looking at the English translation, which is not always right. Or not right, but completely accurate word for word. So, 네가, you, 어디에, where, and 있어 would mean where you are. So, 있던 is making it past tense and an adjective, saying wherever you were, I can find you. All right, here is our last line. Okay, again, this one only has 2 words, pretty easy. So 손을 comes from 손, which means hand, and is our object marker. It's a little marker that we place on our sentence to let us know what the verb is acting on. It lets us know what our object is. So 손을, something's going to happen to your hands, 손을. And the last word we have is 맞대, which comes from 맞대다, which means to bring together to touch or bring face to face with. So 손을 맞대, 손을 맞대다 just means, make your hands touch. Put your hands together. And 맞대 is the informal present tense version of 맞대다. So if you want to say it formally, you'd want to say 맞대요. Add yo to the end. But songs usually don't use formal versions, formal tense, so they just do informal. 맞대. 손을, your hand, 맞대, bring together. So 손을 맞대, put your hands together, and make a wish. All right. Hopefully this is all making sense. This chorus is pretty short. There's only a few different Korean words in each line. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment below and let me know which song you'd like me to decode next. 안녕히 계세요.